At the Beverly Library, we had 2 book discussions in January. The first was the Time for a Pick-Me-Up at Lock 4. At this book talk, we talk about our current read. A few at this last one were a blast from the past. One younger person is reading the Princess Diary books. An ordinary American girl finds out she is the princess of a small European country. The other, older book was one being read for school called Number the Stars. This one brought up a discussion on the Holocaust. Another guest has been reading The Secrets of the Wayfarer Inn. This is a series set in Marietta, Ohio. It is a Christian mystery series. She said that it was interesting because they mention real places in Marietta. The mysteries are never too much. Another series mentioned was the Apothecary Diaries. This is a manga series set in the fictionized ancient China. The main character was trained to be an herbalist, but now is working as a servant in the inner palace. She uses her smarts to solve mysteries and help out the people there. Another book that was talked about was called How to Be Eaten. It is about a support group for women to discuss their traumas. It turns out that the women are all from myth, legend, or fairy tales. As the story goes on, the ladies learn to be heroes of their stories instead of the victims. This book talk can go anywhere. It just matters on who shows up. But it is a good place to find your next read. The other discussion we had was called With the Band. At this discussion, we talk about one book that has been challenged in its history, not just Beverly, Waterford, Washington County. This month, we talked about 13 Reasons Why. In 13 Reasons Why, a male teen finds a package addressed to him that contains 13 tapes. On these tapes is the voice of a female classmate that has recently committed suicide. She walks him through her reasons why she did what she did. It is a well-written, but not an easy read. 13 Reasons Why has been challenged many times in its history. It actually comes up as one of the most challenged books recently. It talks about suicide, drugs, and sexual assault. There's a Netflix series came out, and that series has a lot of problems. There are even a few schools that kids can get in trouble for having this book on campus, so it is actually banned from some schools. With everything it has against it, why should it be read? It makes you think about the small things. It makes you think about how what you say or do may affect other people. I have always hated I was only joking. Sometimes you need to think how this will affect the other person, and sometimes just a joke can have lasting effects. It can be just one more piece of straw. How the small things can build up over time. It also points out that sometimes the things we don't say or do can be just as bad or good as the things we say and do. It's open discussions and help people reach out. As with a lot of challenge books, they open discussions about subjects that some people don't want to discuss. People read books for a variety of reasons: education, escapism, to put yourself in someone else's shoes, and to not feel alone. There are people who have said they were saved by reading this book. It made them feel not alone. The thoughts in their head, the situations that they were in, were not unique. They were not alone. 30 years ago, I was a senior in high school. I knew the people in this book. The jock that felt he could touch anyone, wherever he wanted. The class clown that was just joking. The one person who would be your friend, but only if there was something in it for them. The teacher that would only help to a certain point, or would give you advice that really didn't help. 13 Reasons Why was released in 2007. We really should be doing better. And for the love of God, if you see someone waving their arms in the ocean, would you think they just want attention? No, they need help. Same with someone that is having suicidal thoughts. No one wants this for attention. If they come to you and state they are having negative thoughts, help. Take them seriously. Listen to them. They have trusted you enough to come to you. If you need help, reach out. Talk to a friend, a teacher, a counselor, someone at church, or just call 988. Get the thoughts out of your head. We had a few displays as well. We have our staff pick display Each month, the staff are supposed to pick a book that they liked. This month, there were 3 books on this display: The Silent Patient, The Children's Blizzard, and Against the Wind. In The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, a woman shoots her husband 5 times but has never said a word since. 6 years later, a new therapist is determined to get her talking. There are many twists and turns in this book, and no one is reliable. The Children's Blizzard by Melanie Benjamin is a historical fiction based on the deadly 1888 blizzard. When an unexpected and severe blizzard hits right when school lets out, do the teen teachers send the kids home and hope they can make it home on the open prairie, or do they keep them at the school and hope their supplies last? The last staff pick of the month was Against the Wind by Kate Martin. Against the Wind is a contemporary romance with a mystery thrown in. The main character runs from a bad situation in California with nothing but her daughter to her hometown in Montana. She starts to put the pieces of her life back together when, of course, her past comes calling. Our nonfiction display was about finding a new hobby. January is actually National Hobby Month and makes it the perfect time to find something new or to rekindle a forgotten love. Most of the books on display were about crafts, jewelry making, sewing, crochet, quilting, scrapbooking, or photography. There were some on cooking and homesteading. We actually do have some books on CB radio. Have you ever thought about becoming a detectorist? We can help with that. A hobby is whatever makes you happy. We are here to help you get started. The video section asks the question, what group of superheroes is best? Marvel with the Avengers and the X-Men, DC with the Titans and Justice League, or could it be one of the underdogs of the Wildcats, My Hero Academia, Power Rangers, or PJ Masks? Next month, we will have another Time for a Pick-Me-Up. This will be over at Lock 4. We also furnish a small drink. If you haven't tried Lock 4, here's your chance. We will discuss the book Speak by Lori Halse Anderson at the next With the Band. Speak has won many awards and is on many recommendation lists. The main character is at a party the summer before her freshman year of high school when she calls the cops. Because of what happened at the party and what happens later, she stops talking. But there is something she needs to talk about. We are also starting a new discussion called Book versus Movie. We will discuss which was better and the difference in the two. The first one we will discuss is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. In a world where government makes teens fight to the death for the entertainment of others, will our protagonist survive? In February, we will also again be offering our blind date with a book program. We will wrap a selection of books. There will be a small description of the book on a card. The books picked for the blind dates are ones that were overlooked and are now in danger of being withdrawn from the library. We save a book from recycling, maybe find a new great read, and inside with the book there will be a special surprise. So it's a win-win. We continue to offer the Holds Help program. Don't know what to read next? Thinking of signing up for one of those subscription book programs? Well, don't. Let me know what genre and how many you want. They will be waiting for you at the shelf desk. We will continue this until you tell me to stop. Now, all books mentioned are available at the Beverly Library. Happy reading.